I wanted to article in Truthdig.com. Islamic State Indonesian President is backed by allies, report says. This is posted on April 20th on Truthdig.com. The link to the full article is below. Indonesian President Joko Widodo, commonly referred to as Jokowi, is facing an attempted coup by both active and retired generals. So, and Truthdig actually goes into some information received by the Intercept's Alan MacLeod, along with documents from whistleblower Edward Snowden. So what this article goes into basically is another example of how the U.S. is backing ISIS for regime change. The question here is, and I don't know if this article quite goes into it, why? And the interesting thing here is, but we know their playbook now, right? So if they're doing this is exactly what they're doing in Syria, right? They're backing ISIS and Al-Qaeda of rebels to stop the, evil Assad. It's just another way for us to do regime change. And we're doing it. So Indonesia has long been, it's a series of about, depending on what website you go to, anywhere from like 12 to 20,000 islands. And it's mostly Muslim. The island of Bali that I actually got to visit back in 2003 is a Hindu island. It's very sort of unique. It's a beautiful place. Indonesia is an amazing and beautiful place. And because it's most of the islands, the biggest one, Java, where Jakarta is the capital city. I believe it's the capital city. If not, it's the largest city. It's a highly, there's a lot of Muslims there. There also has been some horrible leaders and generals that have butchered people over the years. Like Suharto was a president there, I believe, in the 70s and 80s, and they've done some atrocious stuff. So they're backing, this is who we're backing lunatics to get rid of somebody that doesn't serve the American corporate interest. That's just more of our deep state nonsense. So I'll go into some of the details here, but it's just why are we messing with this? I'm sure we need Indonesia because there's some sort of, they either have a resource or there's a trade or something we need. Like this president is blocking our oil ships from getting in and out of the Middle East or something. There's got to be some reason like that. And if any of you have some actual information about this, put this in the comment section below. And weird, I didn't see this story. I haven't seen it anywhere else. So according to intelligence gathered by the Intercept's Alan MacLeod, along with documents from Edward Snowden, President Trump's political and business allies are behind the movement to remove Jokowi, a movement that is also linked to the Islamic State. McMoRan reports prominent supporters of the coup movement include Fadlizon, Vice Speaker of the Indonesian House of Representatives and Donald Trump's main political booster in the country, and Harry Tano, Trump's primary Indonesian business partner who is building 2 Trump resorts. Bing! There it is. Trump just wants to have another golf course to go to in the Indian Ocean. Perfect. One in Bali and one outside Jakarta. Now Bali there's a lot of resorts on many of the islands, but Bali is like a resort island. It's basically, and it's really quick for Australians, it's like their Caribbean or something. It's very, very close for Australians. The account of the movement to overthrow President Jokowi is based on dozens of interviews and is supplemented by internal army, police, and intelligence documents I obtained or viewed in Indonesia, as well as by NSA intercepts obtained by NSA whistleblower Edward Snowden. Many sources on both sides of the coup spoke on condition of anonymity. 2 of them expressed apparently well-founded concerns about their safety. Yeah. He then lays out how officially sponsored street thugs known as the Islamic Defenders Front, or FPI, Front Pembela Islam, are serving as the main face and public voice of the general's political thrust. The FPI, he continues, has links to both Islamic State and Trump. Is it really just for resorts? I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, we have to pay millions of dollars every weekend for him to go golfing. At the protests atop a mobile command platform have been the FBI spokesman and militia chief McMoRan as well. I'm sorry, I know I'm awful. I'm mispronouncing these names. My apologies. As well as Zan, who is known for publicly praising Donald Trump and appeared with the candidate at a press conference at Trump Tower during the opening days of the presidential campaign. Zan serves as the right-hand man of the country's most notorious mass-murdering general, Prabowo Subianto, who was defeated by Jokowi in the 2014 election. McMoRan, who was videotaped at a ceremony in which a room full of young men swear allegiance to ISIS and its leader, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, is also a corporate lawyer working for the Indonesian branch of the mining colossus. There we go. Freeport-McMoRan, now controlled by Icahn, President Trump's friend and deregulation advisor. See? Just follow the little trail. You'll see where these guys are going. So there must be mining there. So there's resorts and mining. But I'm sure the resorts are going to bring Indonesians jobs, right? I'm sure they're going to get paid good, solid union wages. Although the Trump connections appear to be very important to the coup plotters, it is unknown whether Trump or Icahn have any direct knowledge of the Indonesian coup movement. You know, it's probably just like, oh yeah, give them back those guys because I need my resorts and we need the mining. And they might be tied to ISIS. Yeah, whatever. Just like Syria, back them. Who cares? Niam Hustle writes, there's more connections here. Asserted that some funds for the FBI-led protest movement came from Donald Trump's billionaire business partner, Harry Tano, who was repeatedly described to me by key movement figures as being among their most important supporters. Last Friday night, when I sat down with a room full of such figures, none of whom requested anonymity, they expressed excitement about their closeness to Harry and his personal and financial relationship with President Trump, who, along with his son Eric, welcomed Harry to Trump Tower and the inauguration. They said they hoped Harry, who is building 2 Trump resorts in Indonesia, would serve as a bridge between Trump and General Prabowo. This is what we do. Get in bed with local murderers and business people so we can make money. It's like everywhere we go. We're in bed with the Saudis and Qatar, another very wealthy Middle Eastern country, to try to overthrow Assad, and we're backing rebels there. It's just nuts. The whole planet. America is, and get ready, guys, there's a big false flag coming. One of our ships is going to get attacked. It'll be by us, but we'll say it's Russia or China or Iran or North Korea. One of those people is going to, quote, attack us. A false flag is coming. Get ready, and they're going to try to throw us into a global, like a world war. Because there's a fight. Because China and Russia and stuff don't want to use our dollar. It's the fight to save the American dollar in the oil industry. That's what a lot of this seems like. The more I'm studying and the more I'm learning, that's what it seems like it's coming. But whether I'm right about that, I guarantee you a false flag is coming. The chemical weapon was the first false flag. There'll probably be 3. The chemical weapon series, the first false flag, where some ship is going to get attacked. See how they're ramping this up? They're talking big war, and we're gonna, we're gonna play tough with North Korea. All this war talk. That's what we're getting across. It's big war talk. It's a little frightening. So pay attention. When they show the story of the American aircraft carrier was blown up by the crazy Russian or Chinese or Indonesian or Irani, might happen in the China Sea. We just sent a whole bunch of Navy over there. It might happen in the Strait of Hormuz or whatever that's called in the Middle East. To get the pipeline going, pay close attention, guys. Can't turn your back on these assholes because now they're in Indonesia getting mining and golf courses set up. on the main. Have you ever heard this in the mainstream media? I don't know. The CNN covering the story. I don't think they did Rachel Maddow connect the dots on the Indonesian thing? Has she done that yet? Maybe I missed it. That's why you got to support independent media, you guys. Oh man, I appreciate you watching this. Like and subscribe and tell your friends, especially if you got friends on the left, to wake up.